One thing that drew me to Kenshi initially was the martial arts system. The in-game menu states martial arts as the character putting their body against the enemy, honing your physical and mental strength to turn into a weapon, with the most skilled martial artist being able to take down master swordsmen with ease. As your martial arts level increases, you will unlock new moves that are stronger and more effective in combat. Today I'm going to review these moves and see if they are viable in real martial arts fighting and if they should be used or not. The first move many people will see their aspiring martial artist use is the bad punch. It is a sloppy attempt of the left hook and is aimed at the jaw. The character will also rotate their body to roll with the punch, which adds more power. Many boxers will pivot their body to generate more speed and power in order to knock out their opponent. This move is commonly used by former middleweight and current light heavyweight UFC champion Alex Poatan-Pereira, who has mastered the way of the left hook. It has took him from being a humble mechanic to a humble two-time champion in the UFC, and multiple weight champion in Glory Kickboxing. I would heavily recommend this move for real-world use, and anyone with any combat experience would agree. Another move novice Kenshi martial artists will see is the kick low. Depending on the martial art you watch, it is either called the lead leg kick or the lead low kick. It is a fast strike using the lead leg in order to damage or trip an opponent off their guard. This move is commonly used by former UFC featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, which led him to win and defend his 145-pound belt against elite competition. Credit to aka Thailand, a master at work shows not only pivoting on the ball of his foot, but also rotating the body similar to the left hook to generate as much power as possible into his kick. While we do see a slight pivot on the character's rear leg, he fails to rotate his body to generate power. This move should only be done if trained and perfected, as throwing a sloppy kick in a fight will result in a shitstorm of a counter if you're fighting a decent opponent. This next move I didn't even realise was in the game. The headbutt is a devastating smash of the person's forehead into the other person's face, aiming to fuck up their nose or general face area. The character must be in extremely close quarters for this move to be used, as the move is moving the neck back and ferociously slamming it into another opponent. Headbutts are banned in many modern day competitions, but is completely legal in left way. A brutal sport that doesn't stop when a fighter is knocked out, as they get time to recover and continue to fight. If aimed properly, it can seriously fuck someone up, but many people consider it a dirty move. In a street fight though, with no rules, a headbutt seems like a no-brainer, but keep using this move and you will be a no-brainer. Moving on to the more advanced moves, the jump kick is next. It's quite simple in reality, you jump and you kick. It's the opposite of simple actually pulling it off though. You must generate enough speed and be flexible enough to jump and push yourself forward off the ground and then send your lead leg directly at your opponent. Former heavyweight champion Fabricio Werdum once flying kicked another fighter in the face in the first 2 seconds in their fight, and it was fucking brilliant. Credit to Black Belt Samari, this talented Taekwondo specialist perfectly executed this move and lands perfectly. Although flashy and cool to think about, using this in a real fight would be extremely risky and not worth it, as it can easily be avoided and it is not hard to fuck up and land on your ass. The aptly named Mega Kick will leave you with one question if you're ever introduced to it. What the fuck did he just do to me? The real world name for this piece of kangaroo shit is the two-touch spinning kick. It involves propelling yourself off your opponent by kicking their body, then spinning your body again to deliver a brutal kick to the head. This move is extremely rare in modern competition, I believe only one knockout has ever been recorded. Raymond Daniels, a brutal MMA fighter and a kickboxer, has landed this move and received knockout of the century for its brutal efficiency. Another case of a move looking so goddamn beautiful but being extremely dangerous to pull off. Even for the most battle-tested of fighters, many of them choose not to do this move, for good reasoning, being countered after fucking it up. I would recommend only using this on a training bag or an extremely drunk and blind person. Before we get to the last move, I'm going to group all these next martial arts moves together. These include the shote, or straight palm strike, the double strike, the double punch high and the double punch mid. These are all practically the same move, a palm strike, and I feel grouping them together will be best. Palm strikes are heavily debated on whether they should be used in real-life fights or competitions for a group of factors. The positives of using a palm strike is that they can generate a good amount of power, they have a larger area of impact for the untrained fighters, they can hit sensitive areas like the throat, chin and nose more efficiently, and they are safe to use and you are less likely to break your hand using a palm strike. The negatives of using a palm strike is that they don't hit as hard, they require more cocking of the arm to be efficient, you cannot combo much with the palm strikes and you cannot target knockout points easy like the jaw or temple. The character animations are spot on for the palm strikes, as they are being driven upwards and are cocked properly to unleash devastation among some poor bandit's face, and you also get to look like Bruce Lee when you're doing it. Whether or not to use them in the real world though is entirely up to you. Some people love them, some people hate them. They are the K-pop of the combat world. The last move on the list and my personal favourite is the jump knee strike, or its real world name is the flying knee. One of the most notorious moves for its flashiness and brutality, the user launches himself off the ground, sending one of his knees upward towards his opponent's face. This move is favoured for its immense power and simplicity, being able to perform it after a small amount of time and its ability to quickly recover as it's a jump off the ground. My favourite fighter to use this move is Corey Sandhagen. He knocked out one of the best fighters UFC has ever seen, Frankie Edgar, former champion himself. The character does the move perfectly, but the landing is poor, leaving the face exposed. If you know how to do this move, I recommend using it because it will fucking decapitate anyone you use it on. And that's my list. If you agree or disagree with some of the thoughts I had on the moves of Kenshi, feel free to leave a comment discussing whether you liked them or not. Quick side note before I end the video, I've been a bit sick recently and I would like to say sorry for the inactivity. It's been a busy week, I've been doing stuff with my vehicle, I've been doing stuff with the family, and I've also been a bit poorly, which will explain a bit of raspy voice and a bit of stuttering in the video. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions about the game, or if you have any questions about Kenshi or martial arts in general. Thank you, and remember to have a good one.